What is up guys, it's Chuki and welcome to the first FL Studio tutorial on my second channel, or actually the first tutorial that I've ever done for you guys. But you guys have been asking for it for a long time, so I've decided to start a tutorial series in which we'll build a complete track just from scratch. So I don't even know which track I'm making as we speak right now. I'm just going to jump into it with you guys and try and explain all of the things that I do when building my track. So yeah, I'll just go over making my track the way I would normally. So I hope you guys can follow along and then yeah, learn something from it, learn something from my techniques. The most important thing to remind is that in producing and music and stuff, there's not really one specific way to do anything. It's just that you need to understand the concepts of doing stuff, and then you will be able to yeah, translate that into your own ways of doing stuff and in your own ways of understanding everything that involves music making. So the most important thing is to listen to just listen to a lot of music, to understand sounds, to understand everything and how it's made and what things work and stuff. But that will come the more time you invest into it. So let's jump into making a beat. I'm probably going to start with a little piano, I think, because normally I would start with a sample, but I think sampling is something you guys need to learn later on and not in the beginning series. So I'll start with the piano right now and add samples later on, maybe replace the piano for a sample, I don't know. But let's jump into yeah, FL Studio and add a piano into the channel rack. So if you open FL Studio, this button will select your channel rack, which is where you drag in all in your sounds and where you can create different patterns. You can scroll in this bar right here and then create a new pattern for a new separated loop of sounds. So I'm going to create a pattern that's called piano right now. Piano, let's type that in and let's give it a nice little pink color. So we've got our piano pattern right here. This is our piano pattern. If we scroll, we go to the other patterns, but I haven't clicked anything in the channel rack, so that's why they're all empty. So in the piano pattern, I will drag in my full grand piano sound right here, which sounds like this. Basic piano. But it does the job. But anyway, let's continue to play actual things with this sound. Or you need your keyboard, or a MIDI keyboard, or you don't even need anything because we've got the piano roll, which you can access by selecting right click and then piano roll. You can see all of the piano notes in here, and then yeah, the time stamps or bars right there. You can start by selecting the 95 tempo if you want to follow along with the series. If you start up FL Studio, the tempo or beats per minute will be at 130, which sounds like this. Let me switch on the metronome, which is this button. But this is too fast for a classic hip-hop beat, and today I want to make a classic hip-hop beat because that's the beats, or those are the beats that you guys love the most. So I will drag this down to 95, which is my favorite kind of area of BPM for classic hip-hop beats, and I'll start I don't know, making a kind of melody. So let me like this. Like this. This note, yes. So now that we've got our basic melody that we're going to start off with, I'm going to select the piano. So this is our piano sound. You can see what I've played right here, and we're going to open our mixer. Now, if you don't know the mixer, it will look difficult and hard to understand at first, but this is the place where we route all of our sounds to add effects to them. So, for example, your piano sounds good, but there's a little bit too much bass. We want to cut that out and stuff. Those kind of effects we have to add through the mixer. So I'm going to link the piano sounds to a mixer track. We've got about 100 of these mixer tracks right here. You don't have to worry about these inserts right here or about the master track. The master track is just your basic output of your complete song or track or beat or whatever. But anyway, I've already got these tracks predefined and set for when I want to make beats really quickly. So the first empty track right here for me is number 7. Excuse me. I'm going to drag my piano over to number 7 right here so I can add some effects to it. The first thing I'm going to do is equalize it with a parametric EQ2. You can see what's being played in the piano right here, and there's a little bit too much bass, so I'm going to drag it down like this. And there's a little bit too much mid as well, to make it a little bit more softer. And another thing I want to do is add a little bit of reverb, which is this kind of echoing effect, but it doesn't really need to be that present all the time. No, wait, I'm not going to add reverb. I'm going to first compress it and use a little preset to make it fast here. Use a compressor and then Optomaster, which always works well with pianos. Now the reverb, Fruity Reverb 2, I will do a little bit here. If you want in-depth tutorials about these kind of things, you will need to leave it in the comments because I can't really go into all of the detail. The main thing is to make the piano echo a bit more, to make it not really sound this basic and dry and stuff. We make it more wet is the actual term. You can also see the dry and wet knobs. So this is the wetness, is the like the amount of effect that's played. If I turn down the dry knob, you only hear the effect, which gives a cool effect, but that's maybe we're going to... This sounds really cool actually. Maybe we'll keep it this way. Yeah, this sounds really cool. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit though. This is a volume knob as well. Going to turn that up a bit. Yes, sounds good. Okay, right now we'll open our channel rack once again, and this is our piano pattern. So I'll add a new pattern and call that drums. So for the drums, oh, I forgot to give it a color. Let me redo that. Rename and color. Let me give that a blue color. So before I start working on my drums, I'm going to select my piano pattern again. Where is it? Yes, select it and put it into my playlist. As you can see, we can place it after each other, and it's nice and pink as I selected earlier. So we'll have our playlist right here. This is the button to switch between playlist play and pattern play. So as you can hear right now, you won't hear any difference between these, but that is because there's no extra sound in the piano pattern. If I drag in another pattern, for example, I will drag in drums. There's nothing in it yet, but let me add something. So we'll drag in a kick. Maybe this. No, don't really like that. Yeah, I like that one. So kick, you can see the notes being added. You can see when I press these, they are added in the playlist as well. So let me drag this out a bit more to 16 bars if I'm right. I can't see correctly. Whoa. So this. So we've got our kick selected. I'm going to drag my kick to my first mixer track because I've already got kick presets right here. It's also an equalizer and a compressor, just basic stuff to make the sound a little bit more better. Now, right now I've got the high sound on the kick. It's really annoying me, so I'm going to lower that a bit. Not really completely remove it because it removes the old school kind of effect of the kick, but like this is okay. Right now let's find a little snare to demonstrate what how the rhythm will turn out. This sounds really old school, so I'll add this in the drums pattern and then select this. And also route this to a track in the mixer, but this time the second one. And this also contains an equalizer already. Oh, wrong button. And it sounds a little bit too sharp, so let's fix that. And let's add a little bit of reverb as well. Okay, sounds pretty cool already. And yeah, I think for this basic little introduction of FL Studio, I'm going to leave you guys for today. Be sure to join in for the next video where we'll be adding we'll actually be adding all of the sounds that I'm going to use in the beat. So this was a basic introduction to FL Studio if you didn't already know it very well. Yeah, next video we are jumping into a little bit more detailed things like editing your sound before you drag it in, using all of this, using normalize, using these kind of things, using your delay, your attack, your sustain, your release time, and everything. That will be for the next video. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please subscribe for the future videos, and please leave a comment with any kind of suggestions, feedback, anything that you have for me, because I really enjoy reading all of your comments and I really enjoy the support that you guys give me. So thank you guys for joining on this video. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned a bit, and I'll most importantly have a lot of fun producing music, because that is what I love to do, what we love to do. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.